Everybody, welcome. You're hanging out with Ben. This is the Hardcore Punk Project. Now we have Virginia-based crossover band Enforced, and they open up their Century Media sign with their new album Killgrid, which comes out March 12th. It's a cross-section of extremes, from thrash and punk to death metal and hardcore. They're dropping a 9-song cluster bomb. So today joining us we have their singer Knox Colby.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
They should be doing fine.
I hope so.
Okay, so first off, you okay with a teen interviewing you?
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Okay. So I listened to the album and I'm getting a mixed bag of inspiration. Some 80s, 90s metal, grind, punk, some of the faster ones, a bit of rap. You think that was what you were going for?
Not intentionally, but I do hear what you're hearing, and I think, yeah, I think you're right on the money. Out of curiosity, what rap did you hear?
Body Count.
There you go. You found it.
hmm Okay, I kind of watched the Heavy Metal New York thing, but okay. I can't get info on my bands without watching previous interviews.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't see the problem. So,
You did your homework. That's good.
yeah. So, can we talk about a few tracks from this album? Because I've already listened to it, so.
Please, let's go for it.
Okay. So, these are my 3 picks. Number 1 is The Doctrine.
Oh yeah.
So,
That's a
I'm
good one.
getting a mix of a lot of bands. I like Napalm Death, Slayer, and I'm not sure on the last one. Maybe early Cannibal Corpse or something?
I don't know. I don't think. I mean, yeah, the all of those are like pretty big influences on us, but I don't think that was like an intentional, draw from any of them. But maybe for early Cannibal Corpse. I haven't even considered that. It's probably is, but it's just like a subconscious thing. But yeah, definitely Slayer for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of why I signed on, because you sounded a lot like Slayer, and I like Slayer.
Cool, good for you.
What can you tell us about this one?
The Doctrine.
Yeah, like what's it about and stuff.
It's about lyrically, it's about the problems and issues with religious dogma and how they of course preach one thing and then do it a completely different thing. And it's not practiced. What's preached is not practiced. So, and the dangers with that of just believing wholeheartedly in what the political church as a whole is telling you. You should probably be a little bit more reserved and question them more.
Yeah, I get that. Okay. What's the weirdest place you have ever recorded vocals during the pandemic?
I've only ever recorded for Enforced. I've only recorded in the same studio that we've always recorded in. So I guess in the corner of F12 Studios, so away from everybody.
hmm I've talked with Mark from the band Epica. He says he recorded his vocals in a walk-in closet.
I've done that before when I was probably younger than you. I recorded my old like hardcore band Brainwhack when I was like 13, 14. I did that in my parents' closet.
Well, I'm not as old as you think I am. I am only 14.
Okay, well, about your age then.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'll do it anywhere, but the studio was nice. But I would have done it in a closet.
So, to make lemonade, you squeeze lemons, but what do you squeeze to make metal?
Uh, your stomach. You you have to really stretch and flex and squeeze and get all the gunk out to really
Mhm,
make a good solid lean record.
mhm.
Um, so I've got a little bit of a stronger stomach now after making the kill grid.
Mm. Yeah, my thought is you squeeze rocks and then you purify them and then you wait for them to cool down and then you get metal.
Oh yeah, that'll work too.
Yeah. Now, we hear the word primeval a lot when people reference to metal. What does this mean to you?
Primeval.
Yeah, primeval.
People say that about metal.
Yeah,
In what way?
like the way that it sounds or something. I'm not totally sure.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure either.
But
um, hmm.
what does primeval mean to you?
What does primeval mean to me? Primeval is a inherent evil that's within anybody, and can anyone can access it, and it kind of connects everyone, but in a dark way. Um, all the evils and terrible things that people do, anyone's fully capable of doing themselves as well. Um, and when people say like, "Oh, I would never do such a horrific thing," it's like you're totally capable of doing that too. It just depends on your situation. So yeah, a prime evil is just inherent the human situation.
Yeah. All right. Now, if it is true that history often repeats itself, what time in history would you be from and why?
Let's see, what would the closest thing to now? The first off the bat, the first thing is the early 1900s with the Spanish flu. Um, in terms of pandemic, but in terms of let's see, chaos, and it would have to be this is pretty similar to the fall of the Roman Empire, where it's an empire in decay, and it seems like the whole world is collapsing, but it's not. It's just changing.
Hmm.
Um, so I would equate now to then, and you just have to keep a cool head and survive. Um, do I would I want to live there? No. What I don't I can't think of a time that I would specifically want to live, um, other than the one that I'm in.
All right. Excuse me.
All right.
Um, Second song that I picked was UXO. I'm liking this one because it reminds me of the 80s gore grind movement.
Really?
Yeah, I don't get why.
Gore grind.
It just reminded me of Carcass.
I know Carcass is a huge influence on our guitarist. One of our guitarists, Will. He's a huge Carcass fan. Maybe that had might have had something to do with it. Um,
Mm,
wow, that's interesting. I never even considered gore grind as a something that someone can draw from
yeah,
something so stompy as UXO.
yeah, because like gore grind is like early grindcore, more recent hardcore punk with watery vocals all mashed together into one beautiful subgenre.
You have painted quite a vivid picture. That's cool. Uh, I won't debate you on that. So
All right, all right,
you're the expert.
yep. What can you tell us about this one?
Lyrically, it's about the bombing of Laos during the Vietnam War.
Hmm.
that wasn't really talked about because it wasn't Vietnam. So basically, the U.S. was able to carpet bomb an entire country, and no one knew about it until decades later. It's a problem that Laotians still deal with because there's so much unexploded ordnance, UXO for short. Um, and the country is contaminated. That's the verbiage that they use, is contamination. You don't really think about contamination when it comes to bombs. So it's just a kind of a Reader's Digest in a song of how cruel and rude and rude to be, that's being generous, but how cruel and awful that whole situation is, and I don't think that many people know about it. So I wanted to shed some light on a very fucked situation.
All right. Can you tell us the 3 things on your bucket list?
3 things on my bucket list. Let's see. I would really like to throw a tomato at the White House. I would really like to. What else would I like to do? I would like to do a space jump. That'd be cool. I am not someone to jump out of a plane or do anything bungee jump. I'm not doing hang gliding. No, I don't want to do anything. But if I could somehow be 1000% sure that I can jump from space back down to Earth and nothing bad will happen, I would jump from, however big it is, 15,000 miles up in the air or whatever. That would be cool. And yes. Go ahead.
Nope, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you can do it. It's okay.
All right, then.
I've got nothing to say.
Yeah,
let's see. Last bucket list.
There's a Chinese billionaire who's recruiting volunteers for him to go around the moon in 2023.
Oh, really?
So you can go around the moon with a Chinese billionaire on a SpaceX flight in 2023.
I know a little bit of Chinese, so maybe I should probably look into that.
Yeah, I think you'd have fun.
That might mess up any potential tour schedules, but I think everyone would understand that I can, if it's enforced or going around the moon, which one do you pick? I mean, it seems pretty obvious to me. Bucket list. To win one of those eating challenges at restaurants, I've never been able to complete. Do y'all have a lot of eating challenges up there?
No.
I didn't think so. Well, some restaurants will just be like, hey, if you eat this insane amount of food, you get a t-shirt. Something so stupid. I've never been able to get a t-shirt. I'll put it that way. I've tried really hard. So if I can finish one of those eating challenges and get a t-shirt, I get it framed. And that's something that I've never been able to do. So I'd like to do it.
Yeah, I got a t-shirt right here. Shrouded Amps.
Yeah. How much pizza did you eat to get that?
I didn't. I got it from a band.
Oh, okay.
A little band called Shrouded Amps.
Yeah, shout out.
Yes, shout out to Shrouded Amps. Okay. If you were offered $1,000 to record yourself and upload it to YouTube, you performing one of your songs while line dancing, would you do it?
Yeah, why not? What would be the issue?
Nothing. It's just line dancing to a metal song seems unreal.
I could probably figure it out. But, I mean, would it be like a whole production? Would I have like a nice dance floor with the lights, and when I have like a bunch of like hoedown people behind me, would I have backup dancers? That would be great.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
No question.
Okay. Now, this is something similar to what happened to me. 10 minutes alone in a room with one of your biggest musical influences. What would you talk about? And who would it
Myth,
be?
Brian Eno, and human mythology
Hmm. All right.
and anthropology.
Yeah, I just talked with Paul from Cannibal Corpse, and we talked about a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
hmm Okay, moving on. Now, the same artist, if they covered one of your songs, which one would you want and why?
If someone were to cover one of our songs, which one would it be? I would love for someone to cover one of our really early songs, "Civilized Mind."
Hmm.
Uh, I think we've maybe played it 6 times live. It just never fits into a set list, so that'd be really cool to see someone else uh, make the time to play it. And yeah, that would be really cool to see, and especially if no one told me, and I was in the crowd and they just started playing one of our like really early songs. That'd be a lot of fun.
Hmm. Oh, I thought, did I freeze for a second there?
Just for a half a second.
Okay, okay. Do you watch any reality TV shows?
No, I don't watch TV.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I don't watch any.
Okay, next song is the title track, Kill Grid. The
Ooh,
intro, beat down, just beat down.
it's awesome. Yeah, I love it.
I meant referring to the genre of beatdown.
You think it's beatdown? Okay.
I mean, it's slow enough. It kind of drags out the song, and then when the song explodes,
Yeah, but it's not beatdown, I would say. Have you ever listened to Bulldoze?
I've listened to we butter the bread with butter.
Uh, yeah, I mean, like Bulldoze is like my like ruler for beatdown. I don't think it sounds anything like Bulldoze, but I do appreciate the sentiment. I mean, I'm glad that you thought or that you heard something just like that makes me want to slam, which is the whole point anyway. So
Yeah,
that's awesome that you picked up on that.
I could just imagine you doing a little breakdown call to the crowd, and then when the song starts, everybody starts beating the crap out of each other. Crowd
I
kill.
Yeah, I have thought about it a lot. If and when uh, shows come back and stuff, I'm definitely going to have not a script, but I've been during practice and stuff. I've been trying to figure out something cool, something cool to say to get the average crowd jumping.
Just say I'm a little bit country and you'll be fine.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Um, and I also like how the rest of the song, when it kicked into full overdrive, it kind of slower than the rest of the songs, where it's like not 1,000 miles per hour all the time.
Yeah, it's a nice groove.
Yeah. Seasons of the Abyss era Slayer was what I was thinking.
Yeah, or Seasons and oh, what's the other one? South of Heaven.
Hmm.
Just that era of Slayer, I love. So to have, I personally didn't write any of the music on that one. So when it was finished and we did like a quick demo recording of it, and I started to write lyrics, I was like, this is exactly what I'm going to go for because it's pretty close. But at the same time, with the lyrics and the groove and everything, it reminded me of Body Count, like you mentioned earlier. So I was like, it would be really cool to kind of mesh Slayer and Body Count and Sepultura like all into one track. So that's what we tried to do. If we did it, I don't know or not, but I think we made a really good attempt.
All right. How would you describe your band as a drink or a food?
Food would be cowhead tacos. Drink would be a something cheap.
Like like a
Like
cheap
what?
champagne or something?
Worse than that. Like
The
a
worst
cheap beer. Like a
ah,
cheap beer.
exactly.
It would be a very cheap beer.
Yep. If you could be a music meme, which one would you be?
A music meme. We all follow this meme account, band meme generator 666, and so anything that I don't know who runs it or makes it, but anything off of that account is super relatable. So to everyone watching it or listening, definitely follow that because I can relate to about 95% of what he posts. So any one of those.
All right, I get that. Here's a meme. The castle is Norway. The Trojan horse is black metal. No, the Trojan horse is history, and the people inside the Trojan horse are black metal. And the title is Why I Can't Go to Norway.
Because it's just okay.
Norway is kind of like
that's a deep one. Okay.
because Norway is kind of like the origin place for black metal.
Right. You're right.
Okay. How much time do you spend on your hair?
Not at all. None. I
None.
put it in a ponytail. I fall asleep with the ponytail in. I wake up the next morning, my hair's all screwed up. I take it out, I put it back in, I go to work. I haven't done anything. I don't do anything. None. Bare minimum. 0.
All right. Okay. If you could put something in a time capsule that would not be opened for 50 years, what would it be?
50 years.
For the future gens.
Okay, so what would that be? 2071?
2071, yeah.
My body, because I'm definitely not going to make it to 2071. So if I could somehow get revived, that'd be great. Hopefully the whole world. If I can come back as a cyborg with like robot parts, robot heart, I do it in a heartbeat. In a robot heartbeat.
Yeah, hopefully Pop doesn't take over the world by 2071.
We'll see. We'll do it.
Yeah,
I'm
because
just living.
It's kind of starting to look that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so now this is the last question, and it's also the question that I ask all the bands I've interviewed. So that's like 40 plus.
Okay, shoot.
So you're next, and the question is,
I'm next.
Yes, you are next. You are next. Will you accept a challenge?
Yes. I'm up.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
It's a challenge of Spaceship Superstar by Prism.
Okay.
Upload it to YouTube, a cover in your style.
Oh, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
I have to do this. I have to do this.
You have to do this. You have to make sure that all your fans lose all your credibility in your fans. I'm kidding.
I think I can do that on my own just fine.
Yep. Although I think it would be interesting.
I think it would be a disaster. It'd be a natural disaster, but we'll figure it out somehow.
Yeah.
We can tank ourselves without it. I think we're okay.
All right. Yeah, I actually know the guy in Prism, Henry Small. He lives here in Kamloops.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
I'm sure he is. That's awesome.
Yep. Okay, now we're out of time here, so I'd like to thank you, Knox, for taking the time to join me here on the Hardcore Punk Project. Stay safe and be well.
You are very welcome. Thank you, Ben.
Alright, bye bye.